My name's Tim Pifer. I've been in the grocery business almost 50 years, been in it all my life. I'm currently the managing partner of Piggly Wiggly number 70 in Mariester, Florida. I'm also a partner of Piggly Wiggly in Andalusia and Montgomery as well. So I've been in the business many, many years. We operate an older store. Our store was built in 1983. We have a lot of the challenges everybody else has on a daily basis with keeping up with refrigeration, the temps. And although we do the very best we can to check temps regularly, things happen during the course of the day and people get thrown off. And, we have had a constant problem with keeping up with our case temperatures. And for many years, we have looked for a monitoring program for our stores. But unfortunately, as an independent, some of these monitoring programs that we found were so expensive, we just couldn't find it beneficial for us to invest in such an expensive monitoring system. And because of that, over the years, we just kind of did the best we could and didn't have a monitoring system. One day, our refrigeration guy, Dale, he came up to me and he said, "Hey, you need to know about this new monitoring system we just put in. I just put one of them in another company." And he said, "It's a very inexpensive system. It works extremely well. And I really think that you ought to take a look at it." And that's kind of how we got introduced to OpSense, was actually through our refrigeration tech. The implementation was, originally we thought it was something that was going to take 2 or 3 days to install. And it was actually, our guy was able to install it in one day. The really nice things about this program is that you can customize your notifications any way you want. A good example would be is that I got a couple of notifications during the middle of the night that my meat cutting room was a little bit too warm. Well, we don't keep fresh product in the meat cutting room. So to me, that was not a middle of the night situation where I needed to be notified. We had several cases that were running a little bit too cold. So I didn't feel like we needed notifications in the middle of the night when a case temp was too cold. So, we were able to work with Rob and kind of customize, things that were not particularly high priority in the middle of the night. Of course, if you have a freezer go down or a frozen food rack go down, we definitely want to know about it. But there are some things, such as cases that are a little too cold, that we're really not concerned about in the middle of the night. So that's another good part of this program, is you can customize it just about any way that you want. Before we even got the system 100% dialed in, we had lost an ice cream case. And just because it was up and operating and it brought it to our attention, we were able to go over there and resolve the problem before we saw any losses. We have had several issues that have saved us a tremendous amount of money. The one that I kind of think of the most is at 10:30 at night, just after my closing manager locked up and left the building. We had a complete failure in a complete frozen food rack. We had a blown breaker that knocked out every compressor. So every frozen food case we had went down at 10:30 at night. Because we were notified in time, I was able to get back down to the store and we were able to resolve the problem. We found the breaker and we called our refrigeration guy in. Dale actually came in the middle of the night and found out why the breaker had flipped and was able to fix that situation. And not only that, we had a situation just yesterday where, again, our ice cream cases went down at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday, our absolute busiest day of the week. And, I was only about 30 minutes away from the store, was able to get here in time and again, was able to save everything. So this system has probably, in the small amount of time that we've had it, has probably paid for itself 10 times over. I'll tell you what I like the best about it is that, you can dial in and look at it on your phone. You can dial in and look at it on your computer if you want to. But, in today's pace, we get alerts. We get text message alerts when a case goes outside of a set parameter. We get text message alerts after it's out a little bit longer time. We'll get an email, and then we'll even get a phone call if it's out even longer than that. So, we've got a system where we get text messages, emails, and phone calls. So it's almost impossible to miss a problem. If you don't have a way to monitor your cases 24/7, you're going to find yourself in a bad situation sooner or later. It's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's going to happen sooner or later. So I think everybody has to have a system to monitor their cases. What we were looking for was an economical system. And, the OpSense system is very economical and it works as good as any, if not better, than most other monitoring systems I've ever worked with. I think you're doing yourself a huge injustice if you don't look at the cost of the system, look at what it does, and give it an opportunity. We've got 3 stores. We just put it in our Andalusia store, and they are just head over heels about it. They love the system, and we're just about ready to install it in our Montgomery store. So not only are we using it, we're put it in our second store. We're going to put it in our third store, and I can assure you, sometime down the road when we pick up more stores, we'll continue to add this to our normal daily operations. I was shocked when we really looked at it, and I was like, well, there's got to be more. There's got to be something extra. Sometimes, when it's too good to be true, it usually is. And, there was nothing hidden, no hidden agenda, no hidden costs. It's monitored 24/7. I'm just 100% satisfied with the program.